It's week 8 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now the Chiefs go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Fields. Little short pass here to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A shotgun snap. Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
In motion, the tight end. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. Deep to return is Darius Davis. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Edwards. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 12 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. The Raiders now at 2-5 to start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A run runs straight ahead with Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Herbert now. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. As they've got it as we resume action. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. The tight end in motion right. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quickly a slant to Renfro. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Here's Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll start with the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he will have the Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now Fields. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Fields. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Edwards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now 2nd and 3. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Achane. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now it's Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jaden Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Back to throw, Fields. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bourne going to go in motion right here. Out of the gun, Fields. He gets it to Thomas. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Fields now to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Fields. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. DJ Chark up close to 100-yard receiving there. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense and Gus Edwards heading onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Wiggles free, and he goes out right around the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. From the gun, here's Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Play action. It's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And they run with Edwards off the option.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's Fields.
Little short pass here to Hill.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To the right side, this is Edwards. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Little short pass here to Hill. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Up the middle, it's Edwards.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Edwards.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. In motion goes the tight end. Achane on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Here's Herbert. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Carlson is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This to Laporta, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Herbert. That one let go deep for Laporta. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Herbert throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. That one into the hands of Flowers. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert Throwing the out route and complete. That's Reed. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. The open man here, Renfro. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
Running left, Achane. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Pierce will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Flushed. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Max Crosby in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They snap it to Fields.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well,
and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Up the middle, Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw. Herbert
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Raiders, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.